Today we are brewing a beer called Enigma. Enigma is an awesome fruited, tart, kind of sour beer that we're making with Philly Sour, which is a really cool yeast which essentially allows you to make a kettle sour in your standard fermenter. So you don't have to worry about like wild yeast, lactobacillus, anything like that, getting into your brew house, into any of your soft equipment, the hoses, gaskets, different things like that. It produces this real nice, straight line, tart, lemony, lactic acidity. We're gonna be coming over the top of that with some strawberry, some pink guava, and some raspberry. And it's gonna make this really nice kind of pink fruit tart type beer. We're thumping this thing up with lactose, and we're also doing some kind of tips and tricks in order to generate as much acidity as we can with this beer. You're ready to get rocking, right?
I'm ready.
That's Maggie, young brew deck as she's known around these parts. She's gonna be mashing in on this. Kind of the big takeaways on this yeast is we're gonna be adding the fruit really early in fermentation because you wanna give a lot of simple sugar to Philly Sour if you're looking to prop up its ability to make acid, basically. So we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna be mashing a little bit lower and making some easy to ferment simple sugars that will also help prop up its that yeast's ability to make lactic acid. Something else fun that we're doing with this, we're using a yeast strain from Omega called Missing Linck, and we're gonna be co-pitching this. So we get some cool stuff out of it. We're really looking forward to it. We'll give you the details. Andy, run that sweet, sweet mash tun B-roll, baby. All right, we're gonna get our recert going. I don't do a super long rest because like I was just mentioning, if Andy kept that part of the video in, conversion happens really fast. Really what's going on in the mash, we are converting starch to sugar and making wort. Most of that process is already done through the time of dropping the grain, mixing it, and during the recirc as well. This recirc or Vorlauf that we're gonna be doing, this process is takes 25 minutes for us. For some of you, it may be shorter. For some of you, it may be faster. The goal of the whole process, though, is to get this wort, this malt sugar water now, clear. And we mean relatively clear. Sometimes it'll be nice and crystal clear here, but you can see right now it's kind of milky from your vantage point. And really what that is there's a good amount of grain particulate and everything in there. We're looking to get that particulate fruit. We're gonna be filling up the grant. You're gonna see this fill right up, and then we're going to start spinning that to start recirculating and get that Vorlauf going. One of the hitches on a beer like this is I don't add really any hops. To keep it street legal though, I use 1 gram of hops in here because you have to have hops for it to be beer. So, you know, keep it street legal, baby. So really there's no real hop profile on this beer from a bitterness standpoint because we're gonna be balancing the sweetness with acid. Our dearest friend Ulysses is almost full. All right, so I'm gonna start a 25-minute timer. Bloop. Let's go get some yeast. This stuff is pretty rad, man, I'm not gonna lie. There's another element in the tool belt, you know what I mean? All right, so Philly Sour because I don't have my glasses on. All right, I can't read this. Give me a second. On this side, I should be able to read now. By the way, hold on. White Labs, they've got yeast. So, Philly Sour, active, dry yeast selected for brewing. Anyhow, when you get bricks of yeast, On the homebrew side, they look like coffee. So I'm using 1,000 grams or 1 kilo, I think, right? That is. Listen, I'm American. Yeah, 2 500 gram bricks that we're using for a 15 barrel batch. $60 grams of gypsum. Oh, 64 grams. 190 grams. Calcium chloride. Gypsum is that component is obviously bringing calcium to the table along with sulfate. Sulfate helps to bring into focus, not quite magnify, but bring into focus bitterness. Boom. Alright. Mils of acid. All right, we are now sparging the mash, which means that we are spraying hot water onto the surface of the grain as we are lautering, which means we're running the wort out of the mash tun and filling the kettle. Sparging helps us to continue to rinse sugar out of the mash tun. And I am filling up the kettle as we go here. And just so you know, please keep in mind, whenever I'm showing you these different processes, using different terminology, if you have questions along the way, please leave them in the comments. I want it to be as informative as I can so you can kind of get that behind the scenes feel with it. And if you are getting value out of what you're seeing, please give it a like, we'd appreciate it. Sparging, lautering, running wort into the kettle. We're gonna be collecting 17.5 barrels today. I collect a little bit less when I'm adding the volume of lactose that I'm adding because it's going to raise that level up of wort because we're adding solids to it. So anyways, that's the deal. We're going to keep making beer stuff. All right, so we are fully in the kettle. We have 17.5 barrels in the kettle. You can see down behind me a couple of bags of lactose that we're going to be adding at Whirlpool. So once we've killed the kettle and are circulating that wort, we'll add that at that point. There's not much to see at this point. There's just going to be a little addition of hops, again, to, keep it street legal. I'm trying to make that catch on, by the way. Really, that's where we're at right now. We're gonna add lactose to this once it's knocked out. There's not tons to see. But the big picture is kind of taking a look at exactly how we're going to be using Philly Sour today. So we're going to be fermenting a little bit warmer than normal. We're going to be pitching at 71 degrees. Pitching, if you don't know, is just us adding yeast to a wort to then make it beer. We're going to be doing that at 71 degrees. We're going to be pushing our fruit on it tomorrow. So within 24 hours, we're going to be getting the fruit in there. And just like its instructions say, if we get that fruit on there early, it's actually going to help boost that acid production. And that's what we're looking to do, is lift that up a little bit. Should be cool. We will see you later. We are running this beer off, this tart beer that we are doing with Philly Sour. So we are knocking out through the heat exchanger where we're cooling that wort down with a combination of city water and water from the cold liquor tank. We are running right off into this tank here. Right there you can see the wort coming into the tank, and the little blow-off bucket, this little baby blow-off bucket that we absolutely think is adorable. All the headspace in that fermenter is being displaced, and that's what's bubbling through there right now. We have just pitched the Philly Sour strain. We just did that dry through the top. Philly Sour. We just did that dry through the top port as we are running off. We are running off at 71 degrees, and we are pushing our fruit tomorrow. into this beer. All these things are meant to help prop up that yeast's ability to produce lactic acid. Anyways, that's pretty much it for now. Other than a bunch of cleanup, we will get you in on the fruiting of this, the finishing of this beer, and then we're going to get on through the tasting. As always, if there's anything that you are seeing that we're doing today that you have question about, please leave that question in the comments below. If there's any value, any enjoyment that you're getting out of the stuff that we're doing, please give it a like, please give it a subscribe.